Hey everyone, my name is Kelly. I hope that you guys are doing well and ready for some Excel tricks. The main purpose of my videos is to help you guys increase your efficiency and productivity when it comes to using Excel. If you do like the video, I do encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. Today's video is an Excel tutorial on the sum functions. To begin with, I will summarize the use of each function before showing you guys an example. The sum function adds the arguments. In other words, this function will add the total of the individual values that were selected. The SUMIF function adds the cells that were specified by a given criteria. The SUMIFs function adds the cells in a range that meet multiple criteria. Now that we have a better understanding of each function, we can now tackle an example using the sum function. Here is some data in which we will use to calculate the sales total. The long way of calculating the sum is to add all the amounts in the cells that contain the numerical value. This would give you a sum of 2,715.26. This can be quite time-consuming and increase the likelihood of making a mistake, especially when you have a lot of data. The more efficient way is by using the sum function in Excel. You would simply have to write sum and then select the data. As you can see, this only takes a few seconds compared to the other method. If you are a fan of using Excel shortcuts, there is one when it comes to adding data. You simply have to do Alt equal equal. When you use this shortcut, make sure to be right underneath the data like this. This way, it will only take you a few seconds to calculate the sum of your data. If you want to calculate the sum elsewhere in your worksheet, you can still use the Excel shortcut, but you would need to go select your data. So for the Excel shortcut, you would begin by doing Alt equal, select your data, and then to redo Alt equal, or just press on Enter. This will allow you to confirm to Excel that you have selected all the data. In this case, using the Excel shortcut would just eliminate one step, which is to write the formula sum. Now, let's look at the SUMIF functions. As mentioned previously, these functions will calculate the total as long as the criteria is met. The main difference between the two functions is that the SUMIF function can consider more than one criteria. Let's now do an example. For the SUMIF function, the objective for this example would be to calculate the sales total for the sales that occurred in the state of California. I would simply need to write SUMIF, select the range in which holds your criteria, select the criteria itself, and to finally select the range in which holds your sales data. There would be a sales total of 1,938.76 in the state of California. Let's say that I wanted to calculate the sales total in the state of Texas. I would just need to change my criteria to Texas. There would be a sales total of 500.57 in the state of Texas. Now, let's look at the SUMIF function. The objective of this example would be to calculate the sales total for chair sales in the state of Texas. The criteria is based on the information in which I want to obtain. So my first criteria would be the state, my second criteria would be the product. For the formula, I would simply need to write SUMIFs, select the range in which holds your sales data, select the range in which holds your criteria, and then to finally select the criteria itself. When you have more than one criteria, you can continue to add on the ranges in their criteria. In this case, there would be a sales total of 431.76 for chairs sold in the state of Texas. If I would want to calculate the sales total for chair sales in the state of Utah, I would get a sales total of 0, as not all of the criteria are met. If we look at the data table, we can observe that the sales of chairs were either sold in Texas or California. To conclude, using these functions on a regular basis will help increase your efficiency when using Excel. I do hope that this video was helpful. I have made other videos that explain different Excel functions. I do encourage you to view them, especially if you want to learn more about Excel.